Can't believe it's gone.
He would be here if it had been if the product had been fixed.
We've hit rock bottom with losing us, and
Got nothing to lose.
nothing to lose. We can't back away from this fight.
I know what we're taking on. We're taking on one of the biggest global organisations that, bring it on.
Yep, this is where they were. He sat along here in I-23.
It was just 4 months after Murray died. We first spoke to his parents, Mark and Ros, at the grounds of their son's favourite football team.
We were just a normal family of 5 to the next morning. We're down to 4 people with a huge Murray-shaped gap that's never going to go away.
Can't believe it's gone.
Now, almost 2 years after their 16-year-old son took his own life, they have a new fight ahead of them with the biggest social media company in the world. In December 2023, Murray was contacted on Instagram by someone claiming to be a young girl, but was actually a scammer who tricked him into sending an intimate image and then blackmailed him with it. He took his own life just hours later.
1 minute he's there and the next minute he's gone,
And then to find out it could have been prevented if Meta had done what they should have done 5 years previously.
And didn't do for some money.
Mark and Ros are now suing Instagram's parent company Meta for the death of Murray, claiming the trillion-dollar company prioritised profit over safety, resulting in missed opportunities to protect teenagers. In a 56-page complaint, lawyers claim that Instagram knew teens like Murray were at risk as early as 2018, and that internal research warned of the dangers that young people could face if their accounts were not set to private as default. Despite these warnings, it's claimed Meta estimated they could lose over 1 million monthly active teens every year, which would cause a problem for the firm with engagement and growth. The lawsuit also includes an email sent to Instagram's CEO from their Chief Information Security Officer, which appears to highlight concerns about adults direct messaging minors on the platform. It goes on to read, that is where all the bad stuff happens, from the less bad Tier 2 sexual harassment, like dudes sending pics to everyone, to the Tier 1 cases where they end up doing horrible damage. It was sent 5 years before Murray's death. Murray would fall into that Tier 1 category. How does that make you feel that internally?
Anger, just pure anger. They could have fixed this. They put money before kids' lives. Murray get caught up in it.
It's still, it punches you in the gut. You knew that they didn't care, but then to actually see it as, in black and white, it's really upsetting, to go that they could have prevented the death of Murray, our son.
Lawyers from the Social Media Victims Law Centre are representing the family in a joint lawsuit with a mother in the US who also lost her son after a sextortion attempt. Why have you chosen to take Mark and Ros's case forward?
Well, because what happened to this young man was not an accident, it was not a coincidence, it was a foreseeable consequence of Meta's design decisions to prioritize profits over safety and to maximize engagement by connecting young, vulnerable users to predatory adults.
Introducing Instagram teen accounts.
In 2021, Meta began defaulting new accounts for under 16s to private and claimed teens already using the platform would be prompted to consider changing their settings. They updated all under 18 accounts to private by default in September 2024, which does not allow messaging from unconnected adults. In response to our report, Meta told ITV News, sextortion is a horrific crime and it supports law enforcement to prosecute the criminals on their apps, and that accounts showing suspicious behaviour are prevented from following teens. They've introduced notifications if they're chatting to someone abroad and reminders of the risks. Now, Murray's parents are focused on ensuring no one else experiences the loss of a child in this way. And they're determined to highlight the missed opportunities that they believe could have saved their son.
He would be here if it had been if the product had been fixed.
We've hit rock bottom with losing us, and we can't.
Got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. We can't back away from this fight.
I know what we're taking on. We're taking on one of the biggest global organisations that, bring it on. Somebody has to stand up to them.
Sam Leader, ITV News.